You know, being the brother that's born with the dragon and travel with the dragon, you get to see a lot of things. And one of the things I see that is kind of different, you know, is curbing our emotions. Our emotions that, you know, the ancestors associate with fire, I understand it. You know, I'm going to try to bring some understanding to you that is from the ancient style, you know, and really look at the fire now as the flames that is flickering, always flickering up and down like in your fireplace. As you watching the embers and everything, the flames is flickering up and down. You will consider that now inside of you, and you have no control of it. No control of the combustion, neither the flame that's flickering up and down. That state will be called now your emotions. Being that now it's a flickering flame that is going up and down with a lot of combustion built up, we act out our emotions even when we're in the most calmest of mood. So in the most calmest of mood, as we suddenly become unconscious or really start talking, we assume emotions with it because of that combustion and that flame and fire. Now, being that I do the astral travel, like I said, with the dragon and the great one, I see beyond the fire, and I could tell you what it is that I see. Well, you know, from I was telling you of the study of the microvita, you get to understand that there's entities that is energies. These energies is all over your body, and sometimes when you have an imbalance in your chakras, you get now the cartoon world. The fire, to me, I see them as these cartoon characters that act really fast. It will be on your TV screen noise. If you had the old school TV and you see the snow, that would be the cartoon world. In the sense that if you was to now go down into these noise as a subatomic particle or even an atom, because it's pretty big, you will see them. This has a lot to do with what's called the micro, or what we call the subatomic world. You're getting now into quantum physics. You're really a quantum element, a quantum entity. So when you see shit like Ant-Man and all those type of shows and superheroes, those is more realistic than the big ones, because in your purest form, you're gonna assume a smaller image. That's why in the cases when you have fear, you don't get big and tall and gigantic unless you gas yourself up. Your normal reaction would be to shrink down, because that's what your consciousness usually do, because that's how you astral project. You go within yourself. But if you're not careful, it becomes fear. And so you will feel a compulsion of you pulling in yourself and you're drawing in, and you start getting hysterical, and anxiety start coming over. You can't breathe, your heart rate go up, and now you're in a stage of what's called the reptilian underworld brain, where it's either fight or flight. There's no reasoning with you. And this could happen not just in arguments, it could happen in discussions, it could happen in just your own thoughts of something that you didn't like took place earlier, and you just have a compulsive urge to go and attack the situation and do something about it. It manifests itself in many ways. So you have to understand the cartoon world is a definitely thing. Why you see the Joker and you see all those images with them with the knives and having these images, because not only is the cartoon world like, you know, a personality within an emotional state of fire, it also leads to violence and destruction of self. A lot of these peoples who I wouldn't say they from the cartoon species. I would say you inhibit the cartoon species after years of going through different emotional state. It could be from drinking, it could be from doing drugs. Whatever the state is, it puts you in a state where you just can't actually cope within, so you find a way of escape. This escape now became you one or uniting with these entities, and in it you found now what you became happiness, or a way of accepting your reality. And in doing that, you create what's called a succubus. The succubus feed off of your fear emotions, your sex energy, your love emotions. It just feed off of all your energies. But it's something you grab and put up on yourself. It's like a level of frequency. You could leave it, but you rather dwell there because it's like a comfort zone to you. So by you dwelling there, you wind up exhibiting these traits of your emotional state. And so you can't ascend past your emotional state. You know, it's a basic principle, because first you as earth, then come water, and then come fire, and then come air. So, you know, between water and fire, it's a very emotional, unstable thing. And so once you get to balance your emotional out, you get to air, the mental. We're in the Aquarian age of the mental age now, and you're going to see a lot of more mental people, mental telepathy, psychic things, the actual coincidences adding up to events, the more law of attraction is going to be taking place. And you know, the basic science of law of attraction, just in case you didn't get it, is just to put a thought. Take that thought, put it inside of you, and once you have that thought now, all you have to do is let it go. Don't keep it. Don't think about it no more, because your mind is a magnet. If you keep on thinking about it, it's the same thing like your emotions. You're holding on to it, so it dwells on you. You have to let it go and forget about it, so you throw it out into the ethers. Once you throw it out into the ethers, wherever it's supposed to go to, it's going to take its journey there, because we're in a world of parallel universes and possibilities. All your choices and possibilities is being played out right in front of your face. You just can't see it. And you could affect it by the way you think and what you put out. So you put out this energy of positiveness, and you will see that you get whatever result you want back without rethinking on it, without over observing it or even pondering on it. Because once you do, whatever you just put out, you latched onto it, and it become now a succubus on you, or some type of force on you. Thoughts is living entities. They come alive. That's why you will things into existence, because that willing, it comes from the astral or the mind, and it comes down to the physical later on. So this is how everything works. You got to understand that. And remember, an atom have 3 stages to it. If you want to deal with me with science, you got to come with me to the 4th level, the astral level, not to the wave level or the unified field level. That's basic remedial science. You understand what I'm saying? So we get to the Anu level of metaphysics, the real things of what's going on, where there's no explanation for. Every explanation, if it's logical, is good. And there is no such thing as logic, because this world ain't real. This is a hologram. So how could you tell a hologram that is real? What logic? Make sense, not logic, and tell the truth. University of Conscious Science. One love.